Hi, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. We are your hosts. I'm Amy, and I have Kat with me. Happy holidays, guys. Oh my goodness. It is the last episode of the year, the last episode of Luxury Live Show of the year. And well, not the last one for everyone, it's the last public one. We still have another one
Two
tomorrow
more.
and next week for the members. And yeah, it's so exciting that the holidays are coming up. But yes, after today's public episode, we'll be taking 2 weeks off and we'll see you guys again, brand new and fresh in January. And
Yes.
so we thought it would be a great idea to just do a summary, sort of like our best and worst, maybe not the so obvious ones, choices of our luxury purchases of the year, and just chat around them. We'll do a bit of show and tell. And we picked some that are not so obvious, like I said. Some obvious,
Mm.
some not so obvious. And we'll start off with some not so great purchases. Let's do that, Kat.
Yeah, let's do
Um,
that. I can start.
yeah.
So I mixed it up because
Mm.
I feel like I bought a lot of things this year, but on YouTube land, I haven't been doing a lot of unboxings. I have done some, and I guess it's not that I'm doing it on purpose. Firstly, it's time. And I think what happened this year as compared to the last few years is that I'm trying to be more sort of using my things faster because I used to build a habit where I would buy something, keep it, and when I film it, then I will use it. So I found that I had stuff that I didn't use, and also it accumulated to things that I forgot. So this particular year, I sort of just took my things and I just straight away used them. So I feel like I bought a lot of things here and there. And also we do some sharings on members. So I actually don't know what I have shared on my public channel. So it's just been one of those like a blur year. Like, oh, did I share this? I think I used it straight away. I'm not sure. But in any case, if it is the first time you're seeing some of these things, it's definitely shown somewhere or not. Okay, I'll start off with the first one, and I again, this is one that this is why I'm talking about it because I actually don't know where I showed it, when I showed it, whatever. Anyway, now this is a worst purchase, and the way I've picked it is because I'm trying to buy things that I can incorporate into my everyday life, and I feel that they add something to my luxury collection. Um, Not necessarily I get a lot of cost per wear, but I should feel like when I use it, I just like, wow, what a great item. So let me just tell you this, since I showed it, I think it was on a members live, it's still in the box. And though it's not a super high ticket item, it's still really expensive and it adds nothing to me, to my life. It's this rodeo.
Oh, poor horsey.
Per horsey, I'm sorry. It is a it. So again, when I say worse, it's just that it's been in the box, and I got this also on a whim, and I'm thankful for my essay because I've been complaining. I've been complaining all these years, like, oh my god, it's so hard to get a rodeo, so hard, so hard. But when I finally got it, I didn't use it. It's the typical kind of I want it, I got it, now I don't know what to do with it. And it's a beautiful rodeo. Like this is, oh sorry, not a yeah, Pegasus. Sorry, so this is the one with the wings. So whether it's a rodeo or a Pegasus, it's still in the box, and it's actually not cheap. It was about what thousand. It's definitely over $1,000 Singapore dollars. And I know they're so cute and all that, but I feel like the hype got to me for this. I've always said I'm not a back charm kind of person. So this is definitely a hype purchase. I mean, one is okay, and then I got two, and then this is my third one. Third. I think it's my third. Oh no, this is my fourth one. So
Actually,
I
I
have an
don't remember this one. Can you show us which one is this one? Because I don't remember you buying this one.
did I not reveal it?
I don't even think you told me this one. Is this black?
There you go. Yeah,
Oh, I never knew that you got a black one.
there
I
you go. You
I thought it
see,
was
I bought
green, which
things
is
and I
why I
don't
put
even
the green
remember.
one.
Okay, so I have another one. While Amy is sharing your wear special, I'll pick the other one and show you. I think you know the other one. It is the
Yeah, I
mauve
saw the
pet.
other one. Yeah.
Yeah, the mixed color one. So this is the latest one. The latest one,
Uh-huh.
not revealed. Haha, she showed the green. No,
Yeah, you
I showed
forgot
it.
you even show. Yeah, I never saw this one. I was like, I'm looking at the color. I'm like, it doesn't look like one that I saw before.
So there you go. I have two exactly now. So sorry, I have the green one, which I think it's my very first. I was super excited.
Mm,
It totally deserved its own video
yeah.
because it was my very first store. And then after that, rodeos and Pegasus were flying in my face, and I got two more. Right, I got this. This is my latest one, and then the other one was a chai with pearl. I'll
Ah,
find it. It's somewhere there. So this is latest, as in it's maybe about a few months old. And again, it's just the thrill of asking my essay and getting my essay to say you won. And then obviously when when my essay, I have to take it, right, because it's just like a thrill of asking and getting. So again, I need to stop. It's kind of fun to get it. Like it's fun. It's like, are you giving me another one? But then, practical point of view, it doesn't add any value to my collection. Will I use it? I will. It's just that I don't know. I'm not a charm person. I'm kind of like adding it for the sake of adding it. So again, yeah, I think they're kind of overrated. They're kind of cute, but they're kind of overrated. Like they're $1,000 over dollars each.
yeah.
So does if anybody want it, I'll sell it to you. Really, really. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Maybe, maybe you might be right. Maybe it was a pure green, like full green. Maybe I'm really excited. But yeah,
hmm.
it's really beautiful. Like this is full black. It's really pretty.
Well, I was just gonna say because it's full black, it's actually really hard to get a solid one color Pegasus or Rodeo. They usually are more. I think they're preferred for the people who either have a collection that it's all multicolored, or if it's your first one, you always want to get a solid color. So I think you won't have a problem rehoming it. And Vivi has a good point. I think you are more of a color person. I feel it's not that you don't
Yeah,
wear black, but I feel like you generally prefer having some sort of color. I think,
color.
especially
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes to
I
um.
think I have like dual personality. My black is the practical. Like I know it's the
Mhm.
practical something that I is is easy and it'll match everything. So and when I'm
Yeah.
lazy, I would love to just wear black. Like now I'm wearing black. I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I love a little good in black. But my nature is not to buy black. I just like oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I want to have something, it's like something like this. It's like something so small. Maybe if it was a bag, then obviously it's more expensive. But something like this, I think a color would have been really nice. Even I'll take a red. But yeah, when my essay got me a full black rodeo at Pegasus, obviously it's like everybody said, "Oh my god, so hard to get, so hard to get. Oh my god, can I get?" And there it was in front of me. I had to take it, right? I had to take it. So now it's one of the worst purchases. I just don't use it.
You don't use
And
it. How long have
I
you
don't
had it for? Because I didn't
months.
know about it, so I wonder how long you bought it.
Oh my god.
It must be
Okay,
that
while you
long.
look, months. Like all my receipts are here.
Mm.
Months. Months.
Mm. Okay.
No idea
Well,
where's the
thanks for
receipt.
sharing. I mean, these are things that are helpful for like anybody who's maybe sort of like on the same course, or maybe they're trying to buy more rodeos if it's even like a good idea. That's why I stopped at like after I got my white one, the Cre in Hawaii. That was like the last one I needed because like 3 is more than enough. But yeah, good one. Okay, so I'm gonna share mine. But before I do, and we'll alternate between Kat and I also want the Luxies to also share your best and worst with us, okay? Because I want to see them and tell us why, okay?
Mm.
All right, so one of my worst purchases, which is not an obvious one, because I actually even, like, for me, it was sort of like I'm trying to discover this category of luxury a little bit more and to experiment. And so I even made a whole video doing the try on and everything. And at first I was like, you know what, I kind of like it. But over time, after using it a while, I I don't actually love it. And now I don't even use it anymore. And I don't know if you can guess, but it's a makeup item. And
Oh,
yeah, this is the bronzer.
oh, that's a good one actually. Yeah, I can talk about that more as well. Yeah,
So
bronzers.
this initially, I had a good impression of it. I even made a whole video of it. And I do like the formula. I do like the pen. It's big. Like all those things are great. What I don't like and why I've stopped using it is because I found that it's so tricky for me to use a bronzer because my complexion, and I know it's kind of hard with different lightings and it's nighttime here. Um, it's hard to kind of really show on video, but when I wear this and I'm out and about, it looks okay. But for some reason, whenever a picture is taken of me, I look completely muddy, and I'm really fair in real person. I have a fair complexion that is more on the less rosy side, more olive side, but it's still a very fair complexion. So the fact that I look so muddy, it almost made me look, it's not even tan, it's just muddy. It's just a weird look. And I always wondered, oh, is it the bronzer? I didn't do anything. Like I don't really wear a lot of makeup. And so the only thing different that I did was that I started wearing this. And it's not like I spray the whole face, right? I don't just like swipe the whole face. I only really do here and whatever is left over on the brush, I go around, right? The contour of my face. So a little bit on the forehead, not in the middle of the forehead, it's just on the edge and the jaws. And it just looks so weird. Like I had a very weird overcast. And I don't know if it's the color. It's possible because this is number 2, Atlas. And
Mm.
so it could be the color. It doesn't look very
Use it
dark.
as eyeshadow. You'll
I
have a
guess
huge eyeshadow pan.
very, very expensive eyeshadow. But that's the problem. Like at first I really thought the first impression was great because I did like the formula. It didn't break me out. It looks good in person until you take a picture of me, which I don't know if it's just maybe the different lightings or if it's just pictures they capture a different sort of, maybe it reflects a weird way. So I don't know if any of you have any same experience as me. So I have pretty much stopped using it. And it's also the winter time. I'm also even more fair in the winter time. So it would look even worse if I used it. Recently, instead of using this as a bronzer, I don't really wear bronzers to begin with, but I do like to somehow do like a more of a, like a shadowy thing on my cheeks. And this is a new Chanel um, blush that I didn't reveal. I think I did a short video revealing, and I just use it as, I think this suits me more. Like it actually brings out my complexion more, and it's actually more like more pleasant. Something like this actually is not working, and it's this very expensive product. I think the Chanel version of this is still less expensive. So um I like their blushes, and I will see how the eyeshadows are in the future, but aside from their blushes and their lip oil and lipsticks, I don't actually recommend the bronzers. Even though their bronzers have had, even in the whole entire, I think, beauty community that revealed and reviewed it, they all had great feedback, but over time I started not liking it. It just didn't work
Mm.
for me. So plus I have dry skin, like all that stuff, like I don't really need to powder on top of that. So it doesn't really add to my routine. It doesn't help me. But it doesn't make it worse. It's just that the color is very weird. It's very weird on me. So yeah, definitely not a good purchase, this one. And it's, even though
It's
it's not
expensive.
the end of the world, like it's not costing an arm and a leg, but it is in the world of makeup. And it's
It
a
is.
very
It is.
expensive sort of makeup
Right.
item that I'm not going to use anymore. Because even with eyeshadows, right? Like I would rather wear something fun. Like this is a Chanel eyeshadow that I really enjoy wearing. I'd rather just wear this. Why would I go for this if I have this already? So
True.
it is
Well,
what it
use
is.
it in summer then. Use it in summer and
Yeah.
like when you're at 10, if you go to like I don't know, Hawaii, and you come back and you've got a bit of tan, then it might work. But otherwise, I have a lot of bronzers. I said when you pointed out bronzers, it's true. I like bronzers, but then I find that it's an extra thing that I don't necessarily need. Blush is
Yeah.
good enough. Bronzers is like if I really want to add something. So from that
It's a
perspective, also
tricky one because yeah,
it's a
it's not a
tricky one.
product I use all the time, like you said. I'd rather just blush and go. On like
Hmm.
a very like on a very minimal day, all I do is a bit of blush and I curl my lashes and I can get out of the door. So that's how minimal I am. So the bronzer, if you do bronzer without all the other steps, it looks very strange.
Yes, and you can do blush without. Yeah, yeah. Go on,
Yeah.
go on. Okay, since you're still okay, so this is my only makeup item. Since you're talking about makeup, I'll go straight into makeup as well. And I have done a video on this, and I've also talked about it on the live and went on and on ranting about it. But it is truly, truly a waste of money. And saying that from a person who loves makeup, yeah, it's the La Rouge, the 31 La Rouge. Like these are ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's a double whammy for me because I bought them without knowing the price. Like that is even more slap in the face for this year. This two, like one of them, each of these, if you haven't seen this was going around for a while. One is 255 Singapore dollars. It is freaking expensive, okay? And it's expensive, it's ridiculous because it's glass. And yes, the formula is nice. However, like your bronzer, I have used it a few times, and I think my lips, they don't 100% agree with them.
Oh.
So the beige is okay, but the red color, after I use it towards the end of the day, my lips get dry. But it's not like I've used worse. Okay, it's not the worst. Obviously, it's not. So I would expect that if I'm paying $255, when I wipe this off my lips should look like they've been plumped up, but they don't. They do feel a little dry. And lipsticks do that. They're a pigment, they're a color, they do dry out lips. But nowadays, formulas are so good that lipsticks end up hydrating your lips like skincare. This doesn't do that for me. Yeah, so add a third whammy, right? Yeah. So I have two. I bought two thinking they were cheaper than they were. Paid it and then had a heart attack. When I saw the bill, I was like, I thought they're 100. They're like, oh no, 100 is just the refill. I nearly choked, okay? 100 is just the refill? This is 250. So anyway, 230. Yeah, 250, I think, 250. Anyway, they're so expensive. They're definitely one of my worst makeup purchases this year. And it's the price. The price for me is a no-no. Now, if you are not a makeup hoarder like me, where I love to buy makeup to explore and try, and I'm okay. Actually, I'm okay with throwing away makeup. Meaning, I'll use it after a while, and if it expires, for me, as long as I've used it, and I've enjoyed it, I don't feel bad decluttering. So this is expensive and I feel really bad to declutter it. I will feel like I have thrown a lot of money now because it's just one piece. Yeah. Anyway.
Have you used both of the lipsticks already? Like the inside bullet, have you used them? Both?
So yes, so the beige doesn't dry out my lips. I think
Oh,
it's the red. So where with darker pigments, I
yeah.
find that obviously the formula it will be slightly different. It ends up just a little, not it's not like cracking like matte lipsticks where I'm like, oh my god, give me lip balm. No, no, no. It's still it feels like a little like end of day dry. And that's expected for most lipsticks when it's darker color. It's just normal. But if you are paying $200 over dollars, you should not be getting that. Like there are formulas out there would just leave your lips as is. So I think it's the pigment. Yeah, anyway. But if you are a person who just buys a little bit here and there, if you want it as a treat, that's okay. But for me, my makeup collection is more exploratory. I like to buy things, I like to enjoy. So buying something so expensive is wasteful in my collection. And buying
Mhm.
two of it, maybe I have just bought one. I would feel not so
Yeah.
bad, but I accidentally bought two because I didn't know the price. I was so upset. I was like, oh my god, $250 for a lipstick. My jaw
Oh,
dropped.
were you too shy to tell them, "Oh, in that case, I'll just take one"?
Oh, you
Like,
know
instead
what?
of going
I
through, because
know
you
I'm
haven't
not,
paid yet,
but
right?
I bought so it was a whole bundle of things. So I bought the lipstick, I bought the coffer because I was buying as a gift, and I bought other
Uh-huh.
things. It was a whole bunch of things that I bought together, and when the makeup bill was like thousand over dollars, I was like, that's expensive. What happened? Then I looked at the bill. I was like, oh my god, what a dumbass that I was. Excuse my language. But then I
Oh.
had to rush off. It was already around, I think it was like 9:30 at night. And makeup, let me see. Can you return? Can you exchange? I can't remember now. But anyway, it was like really late. So I said, you know what, never mind. Never
Mm,
mind.
it's one of those, yeah,
It's
it's
one of those things.
unfortunate.
But yeah, I think the beige is still okay. So if you wanna if you want to try it out, like if you want to try it out and use, I'd say go with the lighter color, like, or wait for them to come out with more colors because there's only one beige, only one,
Mm.
and every other color is in the red tones. The colors are beautiful. Okay, when you apply, it's like ooh, so nice. It's just, it's an experience. But does it need to be $250 over? No, that is, it's the hype. It's the hype. It's the package, not much packaging. It looks like Revlon packaging, the whole marketing, the whole
Yeah.
story, and they slammed a huge price on it. So
Ah, painful. For those
painful,
who are
painful.
just joining or joining late, please share with us also your worst and best luxury purchases this year. Okay, so my next one, which
Wait,
I
wait.
wanted
Before
to,
you go, let's read this one.
uh-huh.
JC. For me, when I was a broke uni student, Urban Decay Eye Primer was luxury back then as they were one of the first hit to be crease-free. Nope. Plus the gassy smell made me cry. But right, right. There are all these things like that. They tell you like the story of everything. But when you use it, you're like, wait a minute.
I think I had a sample of that and I tried it and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not even, it doesn't make the eyes better, at least for me, because I think it really just depends on your skin and all and what you're trying to achieve. I never really do anything super elaborate anyway. So I was saying the next worst purchase I was going to share, and I wanted to show it, but I recently just rehomed it. So good for me. I it didn't work for me, but I'm sure whoever, like everyone else except me, has had good reviews for them. I don't know why. I'm not sure what it is with me. And I actually love that line of shoes. And they are the teddy version of the sheep sandals. So I actually have 5 pairs. And 4 of those pairs are leather or suede. So it's basically the regular version of the sheep sandals. It works for me. I still have to do a bit of corrective restoration. Like I have to put the tape to make it comfortable for me, but they work. They work, and I actually really enjoy wearing them, and I wear them a lot. The only pair that I could not really get along with, and I didn't even really end up wearing them. I kind of wore them, took pictures, and then I was like, no, this is not gonna work for me. Are the teddy ones. And
Mm.
I just want to say, you know, despite other people, and it's not anyone's fault, right? Like, because there's so many reviews of well, maybe not reviews, but reveals of, oh, I bought these shoes, and or you see them wear on Instagram and everything. It looks so good. They look really good, and they look really cute. It's a different style. It's very casual. Um, and they look so good on Tamara, honestly. She's probably the one who influenced me because I never really thought about buying the teddy version. I am so happy with just the leather versions. But I really liked it on her. So I kind of got influenced. And so when my essay told me that they're very popular, they only had the one, and it fit me basically. I was like, okay, I'll just buy them. And I bought them, I think, a while, and I never really wore them. And until I wore them, that one time I tried to wear them, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I can wear them. Like it's kind of like they're sandals, right? So you need to wear them when it's not too cold outside. But I'm someone who gets really cold. So I well, first of all, they're teddy, so you can't wear them in the summer. That's the problem. You can't wear them in the summer,
Mm.
but you can't also wear them in the winter because then your toes are exposed, the rest of your feet, your ankles are exposed. So when am I really going to wear them? In the fall, in the spring? That is really weird for me because in the fall and the spring I still get cold. So I can't really find the right season to wear them. So that's problem number one. I kind of had them for a long time until I decided to pull them out and wear them one time. And then when I tried to wear them and walk a little bit, I was like, okay, these are kind of hard to walk in because for me, I don't know if it's my dry skin again, like it's just very hard to get a grip on them, at least with the leather ones. And because the leather ones, I wear them in the summer with a bit of your own heat, it kind of adhere, at, like your feet are kind of more sticky to the sandal, so it holds them a little
Mm.
bit. But with these, when I wear them in colder weather, they just want to fly off my feet.
Maybe you're supposed
Um,
to wear them at home. There's so many home slippers.
which is too expensive for a home slipper. I have plenty of home slippers that keep me warmer than those ones. They don't have like your feet exposed, right? So it just never worked out for me. They are so photogenic. I took a couple pictures with them, but I pretty much like after that time, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something about them. Either I'm gonna wear them at home, so commit to wearing them at home, or I'm just going to sell them. So fortunately, I was able to sell them, so that's good. But yeah, I just want to yeah, those are not so great. Like everybody else likes them and they're so hyped up, like especially the teddy versions. Already the sheep sandals are hyped up. But they are justifiably hyped up because they kind of are cool. But the teddy versions are just kind of so in between. I don't think the weather here is made for those because even if I were to be able to wear them in the fall or spring, it's constantly raining. When am I supposed to wear them in the rain when it's like that kind of weather, right? So yeah, they just didn't work out for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
Shoes.
they're more expensive than the regular version too.
They're
By
tricky.
like by like $300, I think. They're more expensive.
Wow.
Yeah. Already the regular version is quite expensive now, right? They used
Mm.
to be cheaper before the price increase, but this year they've increased it to over 1,000 plus tax. So already the sheep sandals, the teddy versions are more, 300 more on top of that. So they're quite expensive for a pair of sandals that I never wear.
Well, glad you got them. You got to rehome them.
Yeah, very recently I just shipped them out.
Nice, nice. Okay, since you're talking about shoes, my last one are these. Let me just pick them up. They are shoes as well. And I think this is, if I go to an Hermes sale again next year, I will no longer buy shoes because I bought 3 pairs during this year, and they are my worst purchase because I bought 3 pairs unexpectedly. So wait. Not that I won't
Oh,
like, not that I don't like them. I'm just saying them as a general. So overall, Hermes sale shoes is the worst purchase because I did not expect to buy so many. And it's bad because just like my rodeo, I haven't used them. I haven't used them. So this is one. There are 2 more in the box still. I'm gonna try and use them today. Like it's like how many months? August, September, October, November. 5 months later, I'm gonna now bring them out. I love these pairs. Okay, so this I think is
yeah, these are
okay. The
really
other 2
nice.
pairs are
I
in the
like these.
box. They're in the box, and I just didn't use them. I didn't use them. So that to me is worst. Maybe next year when I start using them, I will change my mind. But just for this particular year of spending, I did not need to go to the sale and buy so many things. I did not need to. Having said that, yes, they're half price, but we get tricked into buying more things because they're discounted. It's tempting because when do you get Hermes half price? But at half
No.
price, it's still pretty expensive, right? These were 1,000. These were $600, nearly 500 something. I mean, they're cheap, but cheaper. But still, I haven't used them. I haven't used them. I think I have become a person that if I get it today, I'm gonna use it straight away. I don't want to buy things that I will keep in the cupboard and rot there for a while. So I put the sale purchases as worst purchase. So following from that, last year's sale purchase, also a pair of shoes. These shoes, they are so beautiful. Look at them. I know some Luxees have these and they say they're so comfortable for them. They're not comfy for me,
Mm,
unfortunately. I they're okay for one foot. They're not okay. One side is okay. So on my right foot is okay. On my left foot, it's not. And my left leg is my problematic leg. It's the leg that I had a knee surgery. So I walk funny on that leg. And the way I walk, I tend to a little bit more, I press a little harder on that side because I'm trying to like move that leg. So it scrapes the back of my heel. I love them. When I wear them on my feet, I like, oh my God, they're so good for work. Unfortunately, I haven't worn them for work. I've been trying to break them in. I don't know if you can see that. So hopefully I can do something about it. But there's something about the back heel here that is just not comfy. But I know some friends have it. I think Joe has these shoes. Oh no, okay. So Joe, you rehome them as well. Yeah, not comfy. Maybe another friend of mine has them who's comfy.
if you're not gonna wear them, yeah, rehome them. Otherwise, do you think the velvet tape that I use, do you think those would work?
Ooh, I
They're
don't
called
know.
moleskin tape. If you
I'll
put
give
a
it a
piece
go.
there.
I'll give it a go because they're good for
Yeah, I mean,
work.
it's good to have that tape anyway because I use it all over my sheep sandals. Otherwise, I cannot wear them. My skin, if I were to um uh break them in with my own
Mm.
skin, it will just tear apart. It's terrible. I would not do that. I just use the tape. I tape it around and I just leave them on like that and I wear them constantly like that.
Yeah, so
Okay,
those
so
are my
that was
bad
your last
worst.
one.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
there probably are more. There probably be more, but these were the ones that I sort of every time I think about it, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, we're not sharing our whole list. We're just choosing three that are like kind of not the super obvious ones. So my last one, and we'll move on to the more positive stuff to talk about. My last one is that this one's definitely not an obvious one because I've always said that fine jewelry for me, generally speaking, are good purchases. Which I think I mean, this is still a beautiful purchase. It's just that I don't wear them. I don't wear it because um, I I kind of bought two rings for the same finger, and I rarely wear this one, and it's this ring. This this ring is so
Oh.
pretty. Like, there's actually nothing wrong with this ring. This is called Clou de Forge, and mine has the diamonds. There's two diamonds. They're really, really cool. It's like a knife edge ring. So the story goes is that I bought this ring first, and then I bought this ring. So I bought them within probably the same week. It's really bad. The same week. And I think it's because originally I wasn't considering this one. Like, I wasn't even like thinking about this one. I just had my eye on this ring, so I bought it. And I bought it with the intention of wearing on this finger, right? To have the stack on this arm like that. And it's nice. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But it's just because now I have this other ring, which matches even more because they're all white gold. It has diamonds and everything. Then I never wore this ring. Like, this ring is just sitting there. And this is not a cheap ring, right? This is not their cheapest ring at all. This is an expensive ring. And regardless of the price, if you're not using something, then it's a waste of money, right? So
Mhm.
I I think if I had bought this ring for a different finger, maybe, then I would wear it more. Like, I was thinking if I maybe bought it for this finger, then I can actually kind of alternate. Like, this ring I love, right? This is the Chanel. What is it called again? The
Cocoa
Chanel.
Crush.
Yeah. So this ring is really nice. It's just their one of their most affordable ring. It's very comfortable. So I wear it all the time. And so sometimes I do feel like I should maybe have something different on this hand. So this would work if I could wear it on this finger, except I can't because I have a
Mm.
lot of arthritis on this finger. So this finger has, you can see how much more puffy this joint is. So had I maybe bought for this finger, then I would get a lot more wear out of it, except it only fits this finger. So it's a bad purchase that for that reason because I don't
It's a
really end up
beautiful
wearing this.
ring, this one.
It is.
I'm considering it for my like in the future because I think it's elegant.
It's
But
a
it's
really beautiful ring. I think if you want to get it, I don't know if it's true, but because I tried to get the this is the small model. There's a large model of this. I tried to get the large model for this finger because I wanted to
mm,
like have something to change up the look. And my essay said that they are no longer making it. Like, they're
oh,
no longer making that this style, and I'm not sure if it's like just for that model, for the larger model, or if it's just for the entire line. So you might want to just ask your essay if you're really interested, because yeah, it's possible that they won't make this line anymore. Clou de Forge. It's actually really nice. It's one of those kind of like you won't see it anywhere kind of design, which is why I was initially so drawn to it, and I was insisting on buying this ring. And like I said, there's really nothing wrong with this ring. It's just that I ended up finding the other ring that matches my set better. So that's why this one ends up not being worn. Yeah,
right,
very
right.
expensive. But anyway, that concludes our
Yeah.
worst purchases. And those are sort of just things that you may have never really heard on our channel because they're not the most obvious, but there are lessons learned still. Okay.
Lessons learned.
Yeah.
Which one should
I'll
I
let you
start out
start
with?
with your best one. One of your best ones.
One of my okay. Why don't I do a bag? Yeah, let's talk about something. Where's my bag? There it is.
Oh, that's obvious. Yeah.
That's obvious. This one's obvious. Like this is
Yeah.
obvious. I think my best are all obvious. I think they're all obvious.
No, I think this one is your most obvious.
Okay, this
Yeah,
is
the
my
other ones are obvious
obvious.
too, but
Obviously, this has to be one of my best purchases. Dang. I mean, there are many like reasons why this is a good purchase. firstly, I did not expect on getting this. This was a little bit of like um, random ask to my essay. I didn't even, because I think, you know, with all the whole, oh my God, it's so hard to get mini Kellys, and it was, but I feel like I did spend, and I asked my essay, and my essay was like, I don't know. I don't know. But it got approved, and I got approved for a really good leather. Like another
Mm.
surprise. Another surprise is I thought I could only get like Epsom or maybe oh no, not Epsom. Oh yeah, Epsom. Something, not even any of the like popular colors like gold. Your gold. I was thinking, no way, no way. It would be probably some mini Kelly. You know, maybe not a popular like orange. Something that maybe nobody wants, okay? Not a popular one. So when my essay said chef, latest color, gold, I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And yeah, and then it turned out to be a good purchase because it matches a lot of things that I use. So when I go out, I don't have to think too hard. It'll look good, casual, it looks good with I don't know, other more formal things. It's very photogenic. It's really nice. So definitely had to be a really good purchase. It's so good. It's so good that I haven't got another quota bag this year. Probably that's why my essay is like, no, only one. But yes.
This one is really nice. I forgot that it's even in chef actually. But yeah, it's such a nice one. It's a good combination.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
still
love the color of
small.
this one.
Yeah, it's still small, but there's something about the cuteness of it. You know, it's not the most handy and you can put a lot of things. But if you're a small bag kind of girl, it's definitely a very nice, smaller, big bag. So definitely a good purchase this year. Got it in January, it's December, and I still, when I look at it, it's like, wow, nice.
Yeah, your essay is really good with offering you the light color stuff because I
Yeah.
would love a light color, but it's well, I don't know. I can't really ask for anything right now, but my lightest color is gold. That's not even light.
Well, gold is hard. Like if you want a gold bag here in Singapore, it's a long wait. It's
It's funny because
crazy.
I never even asked for gold. I never even expected gold.
Yours is a
I was
really
like,
good one. If yours don't turn out as one of your best, I don't know what's going on.
well, it would be a best, but I just didn't want to go that obvious because you're already showing
Mm.
your obvious one, so I didn't feel like I needed to talk about it. But one that was kind of unexpected for me, and it's also a bag. It's actually this one. I just
Ah,
revealed recently. Um, there's something about the 22. Again, it's sort of like you only get it if you get it. If you don't get it, it's all good. Those that get it will get it. It's one of those things where it's unexpectedly pleasant, but not just pleasant to use. It's pleasant to actually, it's not just pleasant to the eye if you appreciate the 22 look. It's actually unexpectedly pleasant to use, especially in this size. I didn't know because I used to own the small size, and that one I already knew it was a great bag. Uh, Not in terms of the wear and tear design, but you know that's a whole other thing to discuss. But when this one, the mini size came out this year, it like nobody else would know if it would turn out to be like really amazing, right? And so I think now that more and more people have it, and you can see more people talk about it, and now I have it. It's really so easy. Like this has sort of become uh a fancy version of a you don't know what to wear bag kind of bag. You just don't know what to wear, you can just grab this because you don't have to think about organizing. That's number one, is that makes it an easy bag, because literally you open it and you throw things. So you never have to organize this bag to begin with. Whereas if you grab any other mini bags, whether it's the mini Lindy, the mini Kelly, or the classic flat mini, like all of those other ones, you still have to organize. Somewhat, you have to organize because they are just more boxy in a way. You have to fit your things properly. Otherwise, you can't close. With this one, you don't have to organize. You literally throw, and you can go. So that's one thing that I really appreciate about the practicality of it. And it's actually also very fun to wear and very comfortable to wear because it's light. It has so many straps. You can hold it or put it on your body. It's like just so easy. And so it's a very unexpected best purchase for me. It's still relatively recent since I just revealed it recently. Even though I've had it for 2 months, I kind of have been getting familiar with the bag. So I'm such a big fan of it that I fancy, or I imagine getting more colors. I don't think I
I
would.
was just gonna ask, are you gonna get it in white?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think I will, because I think that becomes a gray area where you will favor one over another, and it's sort of like you're wasting money that way, because you're always going to favor one over another, and then at the end of the day they're still the same bag. So I fancy getting another one. I don't think I will. We'll see. Unless it's like a very special combination. I'm not gonna say never, but I think about, oh, I like it so much, I would get another one, but that could be a bit wasteful. So that's all I can say about it. But I really enjoy using it. I was just using it yesterday. Like, this is a bag that literally it has become a you don't know what to wear that kind of day, but you want to be a little fancier. This is the bag that I grab because it's literally that easy. You don't even need to grab by any particular chain. A lot of times I just fill it and I just grab it like this and I go. Because it's that easy. It's just really easy. Yeah. So not only are the bigger size really good, useful, practical bags, but the mini size is also really good. And the mini size is actually so cute. So
before I jump into my next purchase, which is it's behind me. I have to say, I just came back from Hong Kong, and there are a lot of people using the Chanel 22 bag. They're real, because I know there's probably a lot of fakes as well, but a lot of ladies are using the 22 bag. Various sizes. The popular size is the S, the small.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many varieties. I saw one that I honestly thought was really gorgeous. It looked like the Rue Cambon paper bag. Your version, but white with black. So
white. That's the original first season.
Oh, full white with black Chanel.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
They have it now again.
Standing right in front of me for the at the immigration, I was like, nice. That's a nice Chanel 22. Like, it stands out. It stands out. Then I saw silver. I actually saw a lot of white, surprisingly. White with gold. I didn't see any beige. Obviously black. I saw silver. I saw...
Asian people like white a lot. I like white, actually. I do like white.
A lot of white. And a lot of light colors.
Yeah.
And black, obviously, more, but I still like a lot of white. Like, surprising. I saw white with gold, white with black, white with several times white with gold. I'm trying to think, what else did I see? Then I saw a lot of Hermes bags as well. So Hong Kong, now I know why Clara was like, oh my gosh, I think I need a 22.
Everywhere, right?
There were so many. There were just so many. And people
you won't see them that much
lot.
Here.
Yeah, like people walk a lot in Hong Kong, like mainly on the bus or the train, and from one section to the other, you have to walk quite a bit. So you would see a lot of people and a variety of bags. And it makes sense. You can't be carrying a dinky bag walking from one end to the other end with your stuff, right? You've got your jacket, you've got your water bottle, you've got, scarves because it's cold. So it just makes sense for a bigger bag in Hong Kong. So anyway, sidetrack because I was like, yeah, 22 is very popular there. Okay, my next one is this guy. And I honestly don't know if I showed it on. Have I even reviewed? I don't think I
you
unboxed
did.
this. I
don't
didn't,
think
right?
you did. No.
No?
You told me about it. I don't even know if you showed it any time at all.
All right. Okay. Anyway, if you haven't watched my vlog with Clara, it was so funny. I wore this. So this is my HERMES jacket. It's okay. Let me wear it now. It's the last season's bomber jacket. Oh, I love it so much.
It's a good one. Between the light print and the black print, I like the black one the most.
Yeah. So it's sort of these kind of buttons, super easy, and
nice.
Oh my god.
See, Len said you never shared. Yeah, you never shared, not even in the members live.
I
Babe.
forgot. I think I forgot because I was. This was like so exciting to get. I have been on a hunt for a luxury bomber jacket for a long time. It's something that I've checked in LV, then I didn't get any because LV was expensive as well. Even the time when I looked for a bomber jacket jeans type at LV, that was pre-pandemic. It was already 3,000 Singapore dollars. And I was like, oh my God, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want to get something that I would really use and enjoy. So LV ones was really good, but it was thick. And I know bomber jackets are supposed to be thick, right? But it didn't make sense in Singapore. Then when I started with Hermes, I just asked. I just asked and asked and asked and asked. And they don't have many. They do, but sometimes really expensive cashmere ones. But for some reason, this season and the last season, there are so many. And this was on the racks. And I was like, is that a bomber jacket? I made a beeline for it. And the one that they had hanging there was a size 34. I think it was a size 34. It was really fitting. It fit. It didn't look big or small. It just looked just nice. And 36 was sold out. So this is a 38. And the person, I think another essay who's in charge of ready to wear was like, I think you should try the 38. Just try it out because this kind of jackets, it's okay to wear them a little bit more loose and it would, you might actually like it. So I tried it and I was like, yes, yes. My essay was like, it's a bit loose. I was like, it's okay because, if I wear something on the inside or if I just wanted it just to hang over, I said, no, give it to me. 38. And I have used it and now that Singapore is having a rainy season, I'm like, I need to take my jacket out. Yeah, it's so nice. So nice. So nice. Yeah. There's no Hermes words anywhere. It's if you know the chain, obviously, the only part you can see is the word Hermes here. It came in 2 colors. So this was not on the website. At least not in Singapore here. The one on the website is the white with beige, which is also really nice. But then when it came in black, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I wore it to the shop a few times. Even the essay that said get a 38, I was like, I told you, take the 38.
Yeah, this is a really nice print. This is actually the same print as the scarf that I got, the black scarf.
Yes.
And I was waiting because we also had the white version of the sweatshirt, bomber jacket, I think the pants and the shorts. We had the white one for a long time, but I was waiting for the black one to come in, the black sweatshirt. And so when it finally came in, I was just there. was it a week ago? It was just there a week ago, and literally that same day it came in, and my SNO was asking about it. So I tried the sweatshirts, and I didn't like the sweatshirts as much because I find because I own sweatshirts from Hermes, right, from previous
Mm,
year, and the one that I have is so nice and drapey. And the one that I tried this year, so this fabric is a lot stiffer. So it makes sense that the bigger one actually fits better because when it's if it's if it's a tighter fit and it's a
mm,
harder material, it's just going to look crinkly and weird and it will scrunch in
mm.
different ways. So you want it a bit more kind of like have
Relaxed.
more material to drape. And if it's harder, it actually looks better in a jacket. So yeah, the jacket is actually better than all their other stuff for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. And
EJ
it's a
got the
really
white
nice
one. Yeah,
print.
the white one is super nice as well. But like you have a lot of black already. So this is my first, and I'm so pleased with it. I'll use it like crazy as much as I can. Anytime it rains, I'll be like, I need my jacket.
Yeah.
I need my jacket. I need my jacket. Even if it's just a 1, 2 drops of rain, I need my jacket. Um, but yeah, I think if you can find a nice 1 or 2 really nice pieces at the ready to wear, it's worth it. But yeah, so this is one of my best purchases
Nice.
this
I
year.
like it a lot, yeah. I the black is better because the white, what I didn't like about the white is that it has beige. Beige with my
Oh,
skin
you don't
tone.
like beige. You're not a
I don't
beige
like beige.
person. I think the white is nice. I almost considered it, but it's already sold out in it's already sold out here.
Mm,
It's sold out even before the black, because like you said, and there's something maybe we like more white here. It's
yeah,
not so
Asians
hot.
like
Black is
white a
hot.
lot.
Okay, black is hot. So the
Yeah.
whites was sold out really fast.
Ah, okay. Okay, well, I am also gonna share another Hermes best purchase, and I've been kind of wearing it. It's this one.
Oh
This ring,
yes.
because well, obviously this ring became my most worn. Like I literally wear it every day. So this is the white gold, and it has diamonds up to like halfway here, and it's all pave diamonds in front. So it doesn't
Beautiful.
shine very much in this lighting, but like literally every time I look down on my hands in a restaurant or anywhere else, it's so sparkly because it just sparkles. The whole thing sparkles, and it's one of the most stunning. It's one of the most unique design and stunning to look at once it's like uh, when I look at it, I think with my whole stack with my other ring lights,
Mm.
it just looks so beautiful, and I catch myself looking at it all the time, and obviously I wear it every day, so this has become my best, like literally one of my best purchases that I didn't anticipate being that good because like I said, I bought this one first. And I thought this would be a great purchase because it's such a unique design. It is still a unique design, but obviously the color combo, rose gold, um, and just the fact that I found a
Mm.
better design for this finger to go with the whole hand. Um, Not to discredit this design, but it's just that this design just works so much better for me. Just made it the best purchase. Literally, even though this ring, honestly, it's a really expensive ring for little diamonds like this, but it sparkles like crazy. It's really, really gorgeous. So um, I know a lot of people are not a fan of this line. I don't know really why. Because I asked around a few people, I'm like, oh, what do you think of this design? Before I bought it, I asked around a little bit and nobody liked it. I don't know why, but I keep trying it and I'm like, but I like it. So I bought it anyway. And
Mm.
it just turned out to be the best. It's just so gorgeous. They even make it in rose gold too if you're into more rose gold, but I don't know, the white gold is just something else. It's so
I think I know
nice.
why. It's not to say it's not nice. I think it's one of those rings that will has to be alone. So I think
Mm,
the trend now is about stacking, right? And it will. It's not now, but for a while now, it has been about stacking rings that can stack with each
you
other.
mean several rings on the same
Yeah,
finger?
either it's slim enough to
Ah,
stack or it will go with other rings. But this ring on it has to be on its own. You have to wear it on its own,
yeah, 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 yeah.
right? And Therefore, it would not be appealing for general
For a lot of
current
people.
trend, right? Yeah, but I like it. I think
Beautiful.
I like statement rings. If in fact, if the bigger the better.
Yeah,
So to me, I think it's really nice.
and the thing is, like, this statement ring is actually not so. It's not so
It's
crazy.
not so statement, but it's
Yeah,
enough. It's an elegant version of a statement
it's a
ring. The
very
statement ring will
elegant
be like
statement.
boom.
Yeah, it's not those like big chunky gold plate pieces, which I don't mind, but like I don't think my fingers suit those kinds of rings. Every time I put something way too chunky, it just looks out of place. So it's just the way your hands are as well. Like my hands just it doesn't suit anything too crazy either. So this ring has the right amount of edginess of statement, but it's not over the top. And yeah, it just so happened to work so well for me. I really, really like it. So
It's beautiful. And the diamonds, right? They don't honestly, the camera does not do the diamonds justice.
yeah,
Like the
no, no.
finesse
Yeah.
necklace, which I have, and I also have the piggy nose ring, which is one of my favorite. I should what is it last year? Yeah, that was last year. Okay. Yeah, that piggy nose ring. It is in real life when you look at the diamonds, you're like, oh my god,
They're very sparkly.
they are so white.
Yeah.
So white and
Yeah.
sparkly. And when you show it on and you show it on the like you do a YouTube like reveal or whatever, you're like, dang, you can't see how gorgeous it
It
is. It looks
doesn't
so
show, yeah.
plain. It looks so plain. But trust me. So even the finesse, right? Every time if you're in the at home or you're looking in the mirror, it's so white. It's
Mm-hmm.
really, really good quality diamonds. Obviously, they
Mm-hmm.
price it as such, but still, thank goodness they're white.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, I think that's the saving grace of I feel like Hermes, you either buy all just plain gold, just
Mm,
fine gold, just to kind of not pay so much for it. Because like oh actually this one still has a bit of diamonds, but like it's mostly like a gold ring, right? So I find that they're just plain gold rings are quite affordable and they're really great places to start if you're into their fine jewelry. But otherwise don't go like in the middle. Just go at least with full pave, at least in the front, right? In the back, who
mm.
cares? But at least in the front, go full pave because they're diamonds no matter how small they are, but when they're full pave, they just really bring out the whole ring. It's like a different ring because I actually tried just the metal, like just the yellow. I think they had the rose gold, just plain same design as this, and it doesn't look anything like this at all. Like it just looks like a very cheap ring compared to this one. It's very
Mm.
contrasting in terms of the like the same design, but like it just looks like night and day. So I think unless you went with like a lot of gold, like a chunky gold, go for those solid chunky gold or go for
Mm.
diamonds. Just
Yeah,
yeah, you can't go wrong,
can't go
honestly.
halfway.
Yeah, can't go
All
halfway.
right, let me go get my last one. Hang on, let me go grab my last one. It's on the floor.
Oh, so JC is saying that you love this ring as well. Catwalk also has it, but your fingers are not long enough. Hope they release a mini version. Oh, is that why? I think yeah, there's something about the length. Okay, cat's back.
So my last best purchase for the year has to be this fellow.
Aw,
Hey
cutie
baby,
pie.
hey baby. Oh,
How's she
sorry.
doing?
She's doing very well. She's okay. Natto, Natto.
She looks so sleepy. Is she sleepy?
She is.
Okay.
Well, after her surgery, she's a little bit more needy, and I think it's a mix. I hope well, a lot of people told me that after they do a surgery, their character changes a little bit. Thank goodness it's
Mm.
changed for a little bit of a better. She's a little bit more needy, but also it is her. What time is it? It's like 1 o'clock. So it's her kind of afternoon nap time, and she's like, "Hey." She's definitely a luxury purchase. Okay. Gosh. Wow. She's expensive. Like not her as I mean she's expensive, but the upkeep, I have to tell you, it's definitely it's a constant. It's a constant. It's like
Yeah.
I I bought so many things, and then when I looked at my bill, I was like, oh my god, that's an SLG right there. There's a pair of shoes right there. Snacks, food, toys, medication, shampoo. So one of my best, but best purchase, obviously. She's such a cutie. Cutie.
Aw, kisses. Yeah, but those are priceless. The love that you receive from her is
Bad breath.
priceless. That's how
But
they
yeah, high
are.
maintenance cost. Yeah, yeah. So she's definitely one of my, definitely the top purchase. Yeah, like let's say best gold purchase ever. Best gold purchase ever. Wanna go? Okay, bye. Get out of here.
Bye.
She's cute. Yeah. So.
Aw. It must be nice to have like it's almost like a roommate slash companion slash because
It's nice.
you live alone in Singapore, right? Until you
Yeah,
go
it's
back to your family, then you have basically no companion, right?
yeah,
So it's
it's
nice to
nice,
have.
and I I think it's the, I don't know what is it about it. What is it about having a dog that it's nice? It's, you're right, companion
The relationship.
and the relationship, and I think also in my nature, I'm quite of a giver. Like I like to give, so I like to take care of
Mm.
other things. Like I think it's the whole my natural predisposition. I like to teach. I like to do things. I like to do things for others. So I like to take care of her. So even though yes, it's tiring, but I don't feel like it's tiring because um, waking up in the morning, making sure that she go poop, pee, everything. I find it, obviously it takes up the time, right? That is definitely, I have to give that. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to, when I'm bored, I'll go and play with her. So she's a good stress reliever. She doesn't know that because then when I'm working, I'm like, "Argh," and then I'm like, oh my God, it's such a bad day. Then you can hug her and then you're like, okay, I feel better now. Because it's like their life is so simple. Like there's, if
Yeah.
it's such a simple, uncomplicated life, a dog.
Yeah.
Eat, play, shit, eat, play, shit, eat, play, shit, sleep, eat, play, shit, shit every day. And all they want is to be cuddled, fed, brought out to run around a little bit. So I think that gives me a different perspective as well because it's like such a simple life. And when I'm stressed and thinking about all the bad things, it makes me take a little step back, like reflect a little bit, like, okay, you can chill. Yeah. Very, very, is a different, has given me a different lens a little bit, like, YOLO.
And it's also with dogs especially, they are very intuitive and they're so loyal to their owners too. So it becomes your best friend, not just in terms of like they're not just like a companion, right? They really reciprocate the love. So it's actually really rewarding to have them. Yeah.
Yes, that's the right word. Rewarding. Yes, it's rewarding when I see her eat the food. I'm like, yes. When I see the poop is like perfect, I'm like, yes, I'm doing the right thing.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
So happy
yeah.
for you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
that's your best purchase. It's a pretty obvious one, yes. So I don't have anything like living like that to share, But one of my absolute best purchase, and that is hands down, like no, not even like any doubt about it. And I got it actually very, very early this year, January. It's this. It's
Yes, I
all
was just waiting
jewelry.
for this to pop out.
So it's the lock bracelet from Tiffany. Absolutely. If I had to repurchase it, hands down, I will. I've been contemplating getting another one to stack, but you know what? I think the moment you stack it, kind of similar to this, it takes away from the uniqueness and kind of like the subtle statement that it is. Because it is a
Mm,
statement, but it can be quite subtle depending on which way you look at. But it's just, I prefer it alone because I was thought about it for a while. I was like, oh, should I buy another one just to stack? And I decided, no, I'm not gonna because it's just stunning on its own. I don't need it to be like, oh, wow, like everybody look at me. I don't, it's not really for that reason anyway. But I found, and finally found another bracelet because I've been talking about getting another bracelet. At first, I was thinking to stack also on this arm because I only have this as well. But I
mm,
think I'm just one of those jewelry wearers. I like to have just the one piece. It just suits me better. It's either my bone structure, my personality, what it is. Um, Even though I have different rings, it has to be just one ring on its own finger. It's not like several
mm.
or whatever. So same thing with this bracelet. I've kind of tried to stack with other things. In the end, I just it doesn't really suit me as well. So yeah, but this is, I still really recommend it. I think if it suits you, go for it. Like if you're just wondering, oh, is it gonna be comfortable? If it's gonna be too expensive to splurge, like if it suits you and if when you're trying it on it's comfortable, then it will be fine. I think it's unless you felt uncomfortable right off the bat or something is off, then yeah, don't buy it. But otherwise, I really think it's a great purchase. And I said also on my review video that my SA told me to remove it every time I shower, which I have been doing 90% of the time because sometimes I just forget. Like I just jump in the shower. I'm so tired. But most of the time I just remove it first because I'm one of the people that um doesn't matter the season, even in the summer, my skin is so dry. If I don't moisturize every inch of my body, I will peel. Like my skin is so
Mm.
dry, right? So I don't like to put so much moisturization on the bracelet anyway. So I always just remove it anyway. So it's that makes it better in a way that you can just easily, literally just take it off. It takes a second to remove it, and I'm so used to it now that I actually prefer to be removing it. So some people were concerned about having to remove it. It's not that you have to. I think it's just better over the long term because the water just gets inside and sometimes you kind of do this and it comes out. It's kind of weird. So I do remove it. It doesn't matter if you forget here and there. It doesn't matter. I have showered with it. I went to the pool with it and
I
chlorine
think
water
it's
is still went in.
fine because it's
It's
fine
fine.
jewelry. Yeah.
It's fine. But I just
And you
don't
don't
do it
want to
all
be
the time
taking it
because I'm
out
used to it.
often. You know that mechanism, in and out, in and out. I think not that good to constantly open and close because it's a spring mechanism, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Mm.
actually, that's what my essay said. So I don't know why he said that. I should actually ask him why. But I have gotten used to removing it, and it's not a nuisance for me because I don't like to get too much lotion on it either way. Anyway,
Mm.
but even if you don't remove it or you forget to remove it, it's not the end of the day. So
Yeah.
that's what people were wondering.
Right, right. Good one, actually. It's a really gorgeous. I tried it.
I
So
love
the
it.
thing
Yeah.
about this bracelet, if you are thinking of getting it, because I tried it and I tried it in a different, like a wrong size. If you
Hmm.
try the wrong size, you might get an impression that it's not nice because it
Yeah.
sticks out odd in an odd way. Sort of like the love bracelet. If you don't get it in your right size, it looks odd. It looks like a bracelet that's kind of um, turns in a uncomfortable way. But once you get it in your right size and it fits fits like a glove, I tell you, it looks really good. So I tried it, I think, in the small, like the smaller size. Is it small?
Mine is extra small.
Okay. So there was a little smaller one, and it looks really good, like really, really good.
Yeah, mine is the smallest size that they offer, which is I so the day that I went to buy it, because I went to buy it the day before the was it the day before the price increase? Yeah, it was. So I had to go and pay in full because otherwise I would have to pay the price increase. But I couldn't bring the bracelet home because they actually didn't have it in my size. And so I tried an extra small, but it was just not this combination. Um, and I tried the small, and medium was humongous. So between the small and the extra small, there was still enough of a difference. The way that he told me was that I could take the small, but it's just that um, because the small, if I move like this, it will rotate on its own. And so
Yeah.
when it gets stuck, because even this one rotates, I just rotated it. But this one I have to do it on my, like I have to rotate it myself. On its own, when I just do this, it won't. So when the small gets stuck like this, as you're just moving your arm, it can
Mm.
get really uncomfortable, like it's sideways, right? So that was the deciding factor for me. Like I didn't want any of my jewelry, like even this one, right? I didn't want it to like just rotate on its own when you're not trying to rotate it. So I think unless, because for some people, depending on your bone structure, for some people you could probably be either sizes. So it just depends on your preference. If you like
Mm.
your jewelry to rotate, then go for the larger size actually, because you get more material, but
Diamonds.
diamonds, more gold. But at the end of the day, you still get the same look. So it's really just your comfort level and what you prefer. And depending on how low you want to wear it. So, like, if you want to wear it like even lower on your arm, you can. So then you go for the bigger size. But for me, this is good enough. Like, I don't need it to be super low on my arm. This is good enough. And I like that it doesn't rotate on its own. So, yeah. But it is a tricky design because their sizing, each jump
Yeah.
is a big jump. So
Yeah.
if you're really in between size and neither works, that's when you should not get it because it can be uncomfortable that way. Yeah.
True. They don't have like the love bracelet where they have 15, 15, and the numbers like that.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, who knows?
Yeah,
Who
I think
knows?
this line is doing really well. They keep expanding it. I'm gonna tackle this question. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna put it out. They keep expanding it, and right now they have. Okay, so I'm gonna read this question. Amy, do you want to purchase more Tiffany lock line, like the necklace earrings? I think they're pretty. So yeah, so now they've expanded to because originally they have this, and they had the necklace with the large lock. Originally, that's what they had, and then they expanded to adding. Oh, and they also had the ring, but only the large version. So they expanded to the smaller version of the ring. They had a medium. Now they expanded to also the medium size lock necklace, and they also added earrings. And I am interested in earrings. I'm not sure about that line only because they're pretty big. I don't have the biggest ears.
Mm.
And I don't know if they'll suit me. I'll have to try them. I just don't think the earrings will suit me. They're a little bit too simple in a way because it's just a hoop, even though it's like the lock hoop. I do like their necklace though, so I might give the necklace a try. But I'm definitely a big. I think ever since this purchase, I'm definitely a big Tiffany brand, like fan now of the certain lines of fine jewelry they have, especially their popular hardware, the knot. and currently the lock line, they're all very, very pretty. I think it's about choosing the specific piece that you like. So yeah, I'll probably be adding more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm up in the chats. Let's see. Chris Tan says, I don't have a big purchase this year. I'm gonna enjoy what I purchased last year. Just came back from your holiday. Yay!
Nice.
D ask Mel in Melbourne why she likes so many.
She's not a
I should ask her.
collector.
Hey Mel, do you have a black Pegasus? Can I sell mine to you?
I would think that she has it, but you
She
never
probably
know.
has a
Maybe not.
few. She probably has a few. No, I shouldn't.
There's a whole tree.
She has a whole tree.
Yeah, she has a whole Christmas tree full of rodeos.
Oh, okay. Let's pull this on. JC saying, regret buying over the past few years. Chanel Ballet Flats 2.55 from the 22 spring, summer, fall collection. Not comfy at all, and the sole has no grip. I'll stick to my Clark shoes
Mm,
and Hermes shoes. Yeah, wow, nice.
I agree. Not the Chanel shoes in particular, but I do agree that shoes is one of those things that it doesn't have to be luxury always,
Yeah.
because shoes are just, they either work or they don't. There's not really any middle. I think the only middle that I found is my sheep sandals. They work if you change them a little bit. Like if you just make them a little better, then yes, they will work. But usually it's like they either fit you and you can walk and they're comfortable, or they're not, because
Mm,
when they're not, it's such a waste of money, whether you bought it luxury or not. It's just a lot of, it's a wasted opportunity, right? It's like you could have bought something else with that money, or could saved it, or I don't know, used it for some other good reasons. And they do touch the floor. So whether you buy them luxury or not, does that really matter? I think at the end of the day, yeah, you just buy what you love, I think. I'm not as huge of a fan of luxury shoes, generally speaking. That's why I resisted for so long. I do find most luxury shoes uncomfortable, actually. It's to me they are, because uh, they're not really known to add like the extra padding or the extra memory foams or the extra, the extra technology to make it comfortable. They're more about, oh, they'll make like a leather sole, or, or they're like add hardware, like those things. Yes, it makes them luxury and it makes them kind of more like craftsman, artisan made, but it doesn't mean that they're more comfortable, because they don't have the added comfortable technology to it. So it's unfortunate, because and I said that to someone, I can't remember. It could have been subscribers that I met in person. Like whenever I meet someone in person, I don't really wear my luxury, like especially with shoes. I don't really wear them, because if I'm gonna meet up with someone and we need to walk and go about the city, I'm not gonna wear in I'm not gonna wear my Jimmy Choos, or like, I don't know, even loafers. If you're really gonna walk a lot, like they hurt. You
they
can't.
hurt.
Yeah. So like you can't really be wearing long distance with those things. I think it's if you're in an office and you're just, you know, mostly sitting, or if you're traveling by car and you're just getting out of the car, going into a shop, going back in your car, like that kind of walking is okay to wear luxury shoes. But otherwise, I prefer to wear non-luxury shoes, because I can't walk otherwise. I'll be limping instead. So
Yep. I did a video called My Ride or Die, and the best shoe ever is my pair of Converse.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love them so much. I wear them to the gym, to walk. I walk in Hong Kong with them. They're so good. So cheap, like $50.
Yeah, your list of ride or die is really good. I I was thinking of making it. I'm like, oh, I have so many things to show. I'm so lazy to make that video. I know you
You have
tag
to
a
do it
few
like you have to think of
people.
like that really like
I
dig deep,
know. It's just like there's a lot of things, and they're not necessarily all luxury either. So
They're
it's
not
just a
luxury.
lot of things that I would literally like if I lost it, I have to buy another one because I can't live without it.
Cannot
Literally.
live without it. They're really ride or die. Let's see this one. Viv, pearl flat shoes, very nice, but I'm not using it. Still in the box, still new. I know, shoes, man,
Actually, there's
shoes,
another
very
one on the bottom from so you stay on the top, Viv. I sold my Kelly sneakers after looking at it for 2 years and still
haven't.
haven't worn it. I find it tad heavy. The leather is hard. It's pretty though.
Mm,
That's the problem. They do always look pretty. The luxury shoes, right? The pearls, the hardware, the Kelly lock. But man, are they uncomfortable. Like sneakers, especially when you think of sneakers, they should be a bit more not necessarily form fitting, but they should at least bend with your each step, right? Like when you think of sneakers, they should be comfortable. It should be something that you can walk in. But if you can't even if you can't even walk properly in them, right? It's kind of not doesn't make sense. But a lot of people have them. I agree. Like a lot of people buy the the Kelly lock sneakers. A lot of people have them. And
mm.
I don't
Laurel
know.
Piana sneakers are comfortable, worth every penny,
Hmm.
especially walking 10 miles a day. Wow, that's a
Okay.
lot. Okay, I think I should give them a. There are so many Laurel Piana boutiques in Hong Kong. I didn't walk into
Oh yeah.
any 'cause, yeah, why didn't we go into any, Clara? I don't know why. Oh, well, we were walking around playing around other stores, and by the time we reached the Laurel Piano shop, I think it was closed already. Because the shops surprisingly closed really early, like 8:30, 8:30, they were closed. We had dinner and it was like, oh, too late. But yeah, there was several.
Hong
Anyway,
Kong is like really the shopping. They
yeah.
have every brand possible. That's the good thing about it.
Every brand, multiples of it, like, oh my goodness.
I used to always think because I've always grown up here, right? So whenever I meet like especially the first impression of meeting some of my family members or sometimes it's just like my mom's friends coming to visit, they would visit for a week or two. My first impression of them is always that where's all this shiny stuff that they have that we don't like? It's not even that crazy. It's not even luxury, but they just have a lot of different things that is so different from what we can get here. Um, and it's interesting that way that they have all the brands. And those brands are not even local brands. They're like just international brands, right? And there's local brands too, but we don't have access to those things. I feel like well, maybe I can only speak for Canada, but Canada is really slow actually at adding and making a lot of these things available. Sometimes they're not even available at all.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're not that accessible here actually.
And on top of that, they it's so fashionable. So
Mm,
even if I wasn't like, looking at buying anything, going to Hong Kong is an experience because people dress so fun there.
yeah.
Especially the youngsters, it's so fashion forward and it's interest it's nice to see how they express the way they dress. Nobody cares. Nobody bats an eye, really. I saw this girl dressed up entirely in lace, like she was wearing. Obviously, she's young. Okay, she's young, slim, and thin, like really like woo. So she was dressed in this like really furry lace top, white with like she looked like she was going for a modeling shoot, and then a pair of shorts with all lace, wearing these white shoes and platforms. And I looked at her, I was like, wow, I wouldn't even think I was stepping out of my house in that. And then the boyfriend or husband was wearing like a bit more colorful, and they love their sneakers. Guys like their sneakers. So if you are a sneakerhead, Hong Kong, you just look at the feet. Everybody's wearing some
Yeah.
funky high top, low top. It's really really interesting. Like you can get like if you're boring, like you're boring in dressing, I can get ideas. I was like, oh, I didn't think I could wear green with, bright orange or something. Like it just looks so fun, right? Fun. Obviously, not in every section of the Hong Kong city. We went to like Times Square, Tsim Sha Tsui, I think. So we went to the Harbour City. Then we walked across the ferry there. Nice. I think if you're just there for a holiday, people watching is also such a fun activity. Oh, you want the bomber jacket? Okay, so Annie's asking for the bomber jacket code. Let me just, I think I have it. Let me get the receipt.
If you can't find it, just go on, like even if you show the white version to your essay, just tell them you want the black version. They can pull it out for you as well. That
It's all
one's
right, I have it. Let me type it out. Can I type it out?
You can send it to me. I can put it on the.
Okay, I'll put it in the private
it.
chat.
But
It's called
yeah,
the Luxee.
Canada. So JC must be from Canada. Canada has a lot of red tape for businesses to come. Yeah, not tax friendly. Nordstrom closed. Yeah, Nordstrom is. They went out of business. A Korean makeup. I forget the brand. Tried to break entry. Close all shops during COVID. Yeah. I used to live in Quebec on top of that. So Quebec is even harder to have a business there because they also have extra language laws. So it makes businesses even more difficult to open because they now have to also comply not only with the Canadian stuff, but also with having to make sure that it's also everything in French. So that's also really hard. And that's probably why, yeah, that even though the US is our neighbor, right? Like we're so close to, like we're literally next to each other, but like, yeah, Canada's just slow at everything. It's slow at everything. That's why a lot of people prefer, even in Canada, a lot of people do prefer shopping in the US, even though it's not always good for us because their exchange rate is very high. And then whenever we bring back things, we get taxed again. But we still prefer because there's a lot more variety just by crossing the border. But Asia is still just top notch. Asia has international everything, and they're just so fast paced. Technology wise, everything is so fast paced. You just have everything. It's so crazy.
Okay, I just sent it.
Okay, let me.
You can pull that out.
Up.
There's just so many numbers. I'm like, am I checking it correctly?
Well, the last two numbers is just the size. So just let your essay know you want in whatever size it is.
Right. There you go.
Oh, let me put it on the screen.
It's a good one. Seriously. Like if you're looking, so nice. It's 100% cotton, by the way. So if you're looking for cashmere, it's not. But that makes it more, firstly, affordable.
Easy to wash.
Luxury. Yeah. Easier to wash. You can just throw it in the wash, make sure you put it in a net. Cashmere means you've got to dry clean. And then over time, if it's, you keep rubbing it, it will pile. Is that the word? Pile?
Mm-hmm.
But this one will not, right? Because it's a different material. Look, obviously cotton has its downsides, like fading, stretching.
I mean, cashmere is just so warm. Like
And it's
you need cashmere where I live. You kind of need that kind of material. Like, well, I wore red today because I thought last episode holiday season, but like literally, when I go out and I'm not just going anywhere super casual, I have to wear wool or cashmere because I otherwise get so cold. And cashmere is kind of thin, but it keeps your heat very well, which is a good thing. That's why, like yesterday, right? I went out to dinner with family members, and they told me ahead of time because they knew I was cold. Like everyone else is not as easily cold. I'm just easily cold. And so they told me ahead of time that, oh, make sure to tell Amy to wear something warm because that restaurant is actually really cold. So I wore another kind of like roll neck cashmere, and I was good. I was like
Mm,
so comfortable. Like usually I only wear roll necks when it's like really chilly and it almost acts like, a scarf, right? So, but indoors. And so, yeah, yesterday was all good. And you need this kind of material because even though they do pill like over time, right? After many wear and many washes, they will pill. But you just use that machine that to remove the pilling because you
mm-hmm.
otherwise, you can't. It's harder to maintain otherwise. You have to remove the pill. They usually form in the armpits area because they rub, right? They rub with other jackets, sometimes in the like if you wear your pants over, so sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it'll form around the line where your pants are
Yeah.
rubbing, so you just have to take out the pilling. But yeah, they do wear and tear, but they are so necessary for this kind of weather when you
Mm.
have harsh winters. Oh, where is it from? It's from here. Let me just share the I can just go to their website actually.
What is that? This jacket that you're wearing? Sweater.
Yeah, I let me just share with you which video so you can just go straight to the video. You can see all the try on and everything. I forgot which video it was. Let me think. It was actually it's from this video. It's from my Hermes collection video, so you can go there. But this is from Daisy Silk. Sorry, all of a sudden I had like a brain fart. I forgot what what the brand is. But yeah, they make super cute stuff. So this was my first time trying their items, and I really liked it. And I especially liked their blazers. They're so nice. Let me try to find the exact sweater for you as well, so you can see.
I'm reading the comment. Look, pretty shiny thing. With luxury shoes, beauty is pain.
Yeah.
No, I got no time for beauty is pain anymore. Maybe when I was younger, but it's true. It is like if you love the shoe, it's ah, beauty is pain.
By the way, guys, I'm not usually this close to the camera. I know because I found that Cat is always so close, so I made some changes to my setup. So that's why I'm like a lot closer than normal. It's this one, babe. So you probably just saw the light camel if you click on the top, but they have so many colors, and I picked red because I
Beautiful.
really wanted something festive. So this one is full cashmere, and it's really nice and thin. It's so comfortable, and it's loose in a way that is still very elegant and tidy. Like it's not so loose that it's casual. It's actually really nice. I really highly recommend it. I have it in size small in color red, but like the pink is very pretty. The camel is very pretty. The gray is really pretty. It was just so hard to choose, but I went with red because I had to pick at least something in my favorite color. So yeah, you can find it in my video. I did a whole try on with all my bags in my Hermes collection video.
Mm.
Right there.
Nice. I can't believe it's like a few more weeks. Oh my gosh, and the whole year is gone, and we're going to be
Yeah.
doing our next year's wish mindset video again. It just feels like
Yeah.
yesterday, I swear. It feels like we just did it a few months ago. Obviously, I don't remember what we said.
Um, this year was it was fast. I don't know what it is. Maybe because the pandemic made it feel so long that when the economy started going back to a bit more normalcy, that it felt like it was just happening. And like literally day to day was just it just flew by. This year literally flew by.
Yeah. And this about the pandemic, because my brother is traveling now into Asia here, so I will have family here for the first time in a long time. So my brother texted me. He's like, do we need to bring our vaccination card? And for a
No,
moment I was like,
not anymore.
yeah. For a moment I was like, uh I think no. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
don't think
actually
it's
don't know.
probably
Because
not. But
when
double
you
check.
yeah, it's too late because they already traveled. I said we left it in the States, and
Oh,
I'm like, too late, too late. I don't know what to do, but I don't think people bring their vaccination cards anymore. Like for us here in Singapore and also in Malaysia, the vaccination is in the app. Like you have an app for it, and you just store it inside. And every time you travel across the countries, you just declare, yes, I'm vaccinated, or you just check the box, like sort of like agreeing the terms and conditions. You don't even think about it anymore. So he was transiting, and he said, do we need our vaccination cards because we left it in the States? I'm like, vaccination cards?
well, it's good. It's good that they
I
don't need to anymore then.
Yeah, exactly. But it seemed like a term
Yeah.
that I didn't it didn't
Yeah.
even occur to me. Like, oh my god, please bring your vaccination certs, okay? Because you can't move anywhere. And that was only a year ago.
Yeah.
Less than a year. Less than a year. Like towards the end of last year only.
Yeah.
Thank
Actually,
you, Lance.
that is exactly true. Because last year, November, I went to Hawaii, right? And we still had to input all the vaccination information on at the checkout, like checkout, not checkout, check in, like on the online check in. We still had to make sure that we enter all that information so that it was available
Mm.
online, so that when we cross the border, they can just see it. We were still doing that in November
Yeah.
last year.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure beginning of this year, there's still some countries doing it. So it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
that long ago, but it seems like because I think most places opened up mid of last year. So in
Mm,
the May, June, July, because I know, because that was the time that I decided to go and travel, July, August, September. And that was when every single week it was a change of policy. Okay, green become this country become green, this country become blue. Okay, this one opened up, Taiwan opened up, Hong Kong opened. It was just week by week. So it was really rapid in that third quarter of the year, July, August, September. And from then on, everything was like, okay, open, 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 open. But it's not that long ago. It was just a year ago. It's so, yeah, anyway, it was just a funny thing that he asked me. I was like, well, even if you need, it's too late because you didn't take a photo of it. You don't even have a digital copy of it. Oh my goodness.
it'll be really, really fun. How long are they staying for?
So they'll be here for about 3 weeks
Oh, nice.
until, oh no, actually, let me see. Yeah, about there, yeah, across 3 weekends. So they'll be here until Christmas. So now they just arrived last night
Oh,
and in Malaysia, and now they're
yeah.
suffering jet lag. Yay! Your turn.
Okay.
Jet lag. Jet lag. They will suffer. They'll be like, I can't keep awake.
I feel like I'm one of those people that it doesn't matter if I'm traveling or not. I'm always jet lagged because my sleep is so messed up. I feel like my sleep is all over the place. That it just feel every day feels like a jet lag anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It actually is better when I'm traveling because then I'm like, oh, I'm used to jet lag anyway, so that's how it feels every day anyway. So I always it's very interesting because I don't really know how it feels to have a normal sleep schedule. That's how my body
Mm.
is and so yeah, to me jet lag is just another day.
Jet lag hits the adults more though. So my brother and my
Mm,
sister-in-law will suffer, but the kids may not be, right? They'll be like tired, but then they'll
yeah, and they can
fight it
just
out,
fall
right? They'll
asleep.
fight it out because they're
Yeah.
excited. But still, they will. Today will be a hard day. I'm just waiting for my brother to be like, I'm sleepy.
Yeah. Actually, I remember the first time I traveled, I was 9 years old. I traveled internationally. I was 9 years old. We went to all the way to Hong Kong, right? So I remember when we came back from, I don't remember when we were there, but I remember when we came back, we slept, well, I slept. I think it was from I can't remember. I remember sleeping like the entire day until like the next morning and like so it's easy yeah, it's easier for kids to just go back to the normal schedule. Your body just knows.
Mm.
It's very interesting. But obviously now I don't know anymore because I'm an adult. It's like just like all messed up now.
Anyway, all tired all the time anyway. So we're all jet
Tired all
lagged.
the time.
After 40, you're all jet lagged all the time.
Oh, I think since I was in my 30s, I was always jet lagged.
Jet lag, I'm jet
It's
lagged.
like so
Maybe
bad.
I should use that. I should
Since
use that when people say,
university.
"Are you tired?" No, I'm jet lagged. Jet lagged. You jet lagged? You travel? I'm traveling all the time. Jet lagged. Jet
No, that's why like I think the like friends that know me, they're like, "Oh, you're still up." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm just like I'm always like different time zones. I can be like literally living in someone else's time zone and just be like, but I'm actually
functioning.
here. Yeah, like I'm just like awake at different times of the day, literally.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Oh,
I see something about Italy. So okay, JC's asking, has anyone visited Hermes stores in Italy? I came back from
mm,
Mediterranean cruise.
hmm.
Ooh, they don't like Asians.
Which one?
Oh,
Which city in Italy? I haven't
mm.
been. I think, yeah, unfortunately, when I traveled to Europe one time, uh, I was not into Hermes yet, so I didn't even go to Hermes, not even once. So I don't. Barcelona, Spain was the only place I visited. Oh, Barcelona was the only place that treated everyone fairly. Okay. All main Italy. Oh, really? I don't know. I
Wow.
had no idea. But, you'll never see them again. So their loss if they lost your business. Hmm.
Yeah, they lost your business. Barcelona, Spain,
It's
Florence,
unfortunate.
Nepal.
I mean, I hope it's just like maybe the essay's having a bad day, but like there's really no need to be giving other people bad experiences because especially if they can tell that you're a visitor, like why can't they give you your best impression, right? Because they still represent the brand at the end of the day. So I mean, it's probably that one person's work ethics is not the best. Hopefully, I'm hoping. I don't know because I don't have
Maybe they're
experience.
having a bad day. Maybe they're having a bad day. So another funny story in Hong Kong, which I think I forgot to talk about in the vlog and Clara's vlog. I don't think she said it, but we were buying a train ticket for me, and because I didn't bring any cash, like not even a single honky dollar. It was a bit of a rush trip. I didn't have time to go to the a money changer, and I forgot while I was at the airport in Singapore. But anyway, so Clara helped me, funded me a few dollars here and there. Thank you, Clara. But at the last station, at the train station, we were trying to buy a ticket for me to take the train. And we went to the cashier, and the guy and asked, how much to one Causeway Bay? And the guy there was like, Loman, $6. $6. And on the board, it had all the Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, and I took out my credit card. What is it called in cash only? The guy was like, cash only. And I heard it. I was like, oh, cash only. But Clara was like, huh? Cash only? You know, like you hear it.
Yeah,
but
you can see it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
And the guy just totally, he only said it once. He said,
He
cash
didn't
only.
want to help you.
Continue to do his thing. And Clara was like, 你收 credit card 冇啊？收 card 冇啊？Apple Pay. And the guy was totally like he had this face like, wait, cash only. And Clara was like, okay, give me the cash. And both of us walked away a bit like, he said cash only. He said cash
Well, is it because
only.
it's a small amount, so they only do cash?
No.
No?
They do card, but maybe I think it was late. It was like almost 9, so maybe he was closing
You
the
didn't feel like it?
the cash, like closing the cash register or something. Because I could see him doing some paperwork. So I
Like
don't
he
know what
already
it was.
finished
It
the
was like
paperwork.
cash only.
Actually, one thing I don't like about Hong Kong is, and that is from my impression of, because it's very different. Like even though I am fluent in Cantonese and all that, like I grew up here, right? So like I have a different way of socializing, and a different way of interacting with people, like other people. So like you don't expect. Well, anyway, when I went to Hong Kong, okay, like for the first few times, especially, like I got used to it, and I kind of got used to how they are too. But I've always thought that, not everyone, but in general, they are more concerned about, like they're so fast paced and they're so like always in a hurry, so they can come across very rude sometimes, because like it's like your problem not my problem type of thing, type of personality, sort of like like it's your problem, if you can't deal with it, or if you can't, whereas I think, not to say that everyone's nice here, but like I think more people are accommodating here, and people are
Yeah,
more laid
no.
back and like things
Don't
like
waste
that.
time.
So huh?
Time is money. Time is money there.
So you get a lot of like the short kind of like answers, or sometimes short sort of like comments,
Abrupt. It
almost
feels
feels
very
like they're
abrupt.
snapping at you, but they probably don't like they're not
They don't take it. Yeah, they don't take it personally.
yeah, don't take it personally, but they're also probably not trying to harm you or to like make you feel bad, but they're just like, oh, I'm so fed up, like just like just do as you're told, or like
Yeah.
it's like, if you can pay me cash, then you can go, otherwise you can't go, like that type of thing. So
That's your problem. Catch
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And then another one was like but this was in a different trip, but also for me, I find I get it. Like I'm not offended, but it's just
Well, because
I
you're
find
in
it,
Asia.
yeah, I find it entertaining because it's so efficiently abrupt. It's like, cha. Like instead of saying, take a seat, please take a seat, go there and say like cha. They tell you literally cha. The Cantonese word is sit. Sit. So they don't even bring you to your seat. They just point and say cha. And it's funny. I find it funny. Chogoro. There. Sit there. You get it. You just understand it because it's so efficient. And it comes out so abrupt. But it works. When they tell you sit, you sit. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
sit like
that's
dog, talk. Got up.
it's just easy to take it personally if you're like yourself being very insecure. And I'm not saying that this
Yeah.
doesn't happen here too. Like I feel like if it does happen here, a lot of times, like as I've experienced or my family experienced, it's more of like a racism thing. Like maybe they already don't like you, they
Oh,
don't look like looking at you, so they are more rude to you. So you know, you can't take these things personally. There's
yeah. Not in
always
Hong
gonna be
Kong.
someone in a
Hong Kong
bad
is
mood.
just
So.
they're all like that. They're like they're just like
Mm,
so. It's they just gotta get it done, right? Gotta get it done. No time for the politeness. So
yeah.
it's funny, and even the taxi driver, he's like, "Talawan, he drive, he drive like he was in F1, all right. I tried to film it, but in my vlog, because the taxi, they have one taxi that looks like the London black taxi, so it's really like cute. But the uncle drives like an F1 driver. He was like, "Meh," and it was so loud. Yeah, it was funny. I had a good time. All of these things, because you don't see this elsewhere. In Hong Kong, it's exceptionally just extra. It's in your face, but not in a bad way. It's not bad. It's just the way the
Efficient.
country is. It's efficient. Don't waste
Yeah.
my time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why people that are like they move here and they're used to the way here, they can't go back. Or it's vice versa. Like some people that try to come here, it's too slow.
It's
It's
too
too
slow.
slow and nothing is available and like, you
It's
know,
annoying.
anything like that, they can't deal with it. There's not enough entertainment, everything closes early, then they have to go back cuz the nightlife there is also a lot more.
People
Like there's
walk
more food,
faster.
more entertainment. Like food is everywhere. You go downstairs, there's food. Here you have to drive somewhere far if it's opened. If not, you have to buy groceries and like most people cook more often because there's like restaurants don't open like everywhere that late and you have to literally go to a restaurant. There it's like you go to a stand, you can eat, like it's just everywhere there's food. So the convenience is there for sure helping with how fast paced they are so as well so they don't have to cook themselves like cooking what cooking right their kitchens are
Don't
so
waste time.
small. Yeah, there's no
Yes.
time, there's no space,
Mm.
and it's probably like a waste of raw materials, like things will just spoil. um but yeah, I think you do more cooking especially if you're like maybe retired and you have a
Mm.
bigger kitchen.
I'm
Yeah,
reading
their
this. I think,
kitchens. Oh my gosh, their kitchens is so small.
yeah,
They don't
it's
have
so
enough
small.
tools either. They usually never really use the oven because they don't really have much of an oven. Like you can't bake cakes and things like that. Whereas people here, they're used to baking a lot, like a whole
Mm,
turkey every now and then, and so it's very different. Yeah.
really. Okay. I believe Italy Hermes stores only sells bags to locals. They are nice in Florence, but I believe they're irritated when I ask the bags. Oh, okay.
Mhm. It,
Jill, I'm
it's
pretty
yeah.
confident my pre-spend a home boutique in Paris. Elsewhere, return investment will not sure about my return investment
Mm.
will be worth it. It's true, you don't know. Ooh.
I think that is the main issue. I think with Hermes, it's a lot more painful of a journey if you go in expecting something. You have to always expect nothing almost. Like not nothing, but you have to have low expectations so that if it does happen, then it makes it extra nice. But if you're have too high of an expectations, then I mean, it can be deceiving, right? Especially if you're ready to buy a bunch of things,
Mm,
hopefully hoping for something like for an offer, but yeah, I feel like it seems like people that have tried Paris lately haven't all been successful either. So even with Paris, it's not guaranteed. it's not even guaranteed in your home store, but at least with your home store, they know you're local. So obviously, I think the LMS stores favoring locals is fair in a sense, because like everyone lives somewhere, right? So like if wherever you live, you contribute to your store, if they are offering you back, that's a fair way of distributing their stock, right? So I think, yeah, it's definitely hard. I'm never really gonna say, oh yeah, definitely do the journey. Just depends. Sometimes it is better to buy pre-loved, I guess, with Hermes especially,
Yeah.
if you want to get bags.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this very last episode of the year. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But we will see you back in, well, in
Tomorrow.
January.
Oh yeah, for the public, yes.
For the publics, yes, for the public members, sorry, for the public live, we'll see you back in January. For the members, we'll see you tomorrow, and next week is the last episode. Don't forget to submit all your for the members to submit your
Items.
entries. We've got a few of them, but happy holidays otherwise, and we'll, yeah, see you next year.
Bye.
Bye.